Welcome to another episode of the Unexpected Detour. Where in life detours are inevitable. I've been thinking about something lately. Have you ever prayed and felt like your words never made it past the ceiling? Have you ever waited for an answer that just didn't seem to come? Have you ever wondered if God even heard your prayer? If we're honest, I think most of us have been there. We've all experienced seasons when we prayed with everything we had. We believed with all our hearts. We waited, and all we seemed to hear was silence. Silence has a way of making us wonder. We start asking questions. God, are you listening? God, are you still there? God, do you even hear me? I've come to realize something over the years. God's silence doesn't always mean God's absence. Sometimes silence is where our faith begins to grow. Sometimes silence reminds us that trust isn't built when everything is going our way. Trust is built when we continue believing even when we don't have all the answers. As a cancer survivor, I know something about waiting. I remember waiting for test results, waiting to hear what the doctors would say next, waiting to find out what my future might look like. During those moments, I prayed. Did God remove every fear? No. Did He answer every prayer the way I wanted Him to? No. But He gave me something I didn't even know I needed. He gave me the strength to keep taking the next step. Looking back, I can see that God wasn't absent. He was sustaining me all along. When I read scripture, I realized I'm not the first person to experience this season of waiting. Abraham waited for years for God's promise. Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and prison before he saw God's plan unfold. David cried out to God again and again, asking where he was. Even when they couldn't see God working, He was already at work. Maybe that's one of the hardest lessons faith teaches us. Just because we can't see God working doesn't mean He isn't. Think about it. Seeds grow in silence. A baby grows in the womb in silence. Healing often happens quietly. Some of life's greatest transformations take place long before anyone else could see them. Maybe God works in our lives the same way. While we're asking, God, where are you? He may be strengthening our faith, teaching us to trust, building our character, preparing us for something we can't see yet. Does that make waiting easy? Not at all. It doesn't remove disappointment. It doesn't erase heartache, but it reminds us that silence and abandonment are not the same thing. If you're walking through a season where God feels silent, I want to encourage you. Don't stop praying. Don't stop trusting. And don't stop moving forward. Not because you have all the answers, but because faith often grows the deepest when we cannot see what God is doing. One day you may look back and realize that what felt like silence was actually preparation. So let me leave you with this. Is God really silent, or is He quietly working in ways we cannot see? Thank you for joining another episode of the Unexpected Detour. Where in life detours are inevitable. This episode is available on YouTube and all major streaming platforms. Please follow, subscribe, like, and share the Unexpected Detour podcast so you won't miss any upcoming episodes. Until next time, keep trusting, keep growing, and remember that even when God seems silent, you are never walking alone. Take care, and God bless.